the most successful football club in Italian history, champions of Europe, legends of the game, were playing their football in the second division. This is the story of how one phone call brought down an empire, and how the man who made it has never spent a single day in prison. In the early 2000s, Serie A was the most glamorous football league on earth. The biggest stars played in Italy: Ronaldo, Shevchenko, Totti, Maldini. The tactical sophistication of Italian football was unmatched. Serie A was not just a league, it was theatre. And at the very top of that theatre stood one club: Juventus Football Club, founded in 1897. The most decorated club in Italian history. 170 million fans worldwide. They were not just a football club, they were an institution. 4 titles in 5 years: 2002, 2003, 2005, 2006. Juventus was simply better than everyone else. Or were they? Because for years, opponents had been complaining. Too many penalties at the wrong time. Too many red cards shown to rival players. Too many inexplicable decisions that went Juventus's way. And then came the man who changed everything. Luciano Moggi, born in Tuscany in 1937. He was not a player, he was not a coach, he was something far more powerful than either. Moggi began his football career as a youth scout for Juventus in the early 1970s. A former railway ticket office manager, he had a gift that no training could teach. He understood people, what they wanted, what they feared, and exactly how to use both. Over the decades, he built a network, not just of football contacts, but of politicians, magistrates, journalists, military officers, people who owed him favors, people he could call. By the time he returned to Juventus as general director in 1994, Moggi's system was fully operational, and under his leadership, Juventus became a machine. The investigation began in 2004. Prosecutors in Turin tapping phone lines, looking for evidence of doping. They found no doping. In hundreds of recorded conversations, Luciano Moggi could be heard speaking regularly with Pierluigi Piretto, the vice chairman of UEFA's referee committee and the man responsible for assigning referees to Serie A matches. The conversations were not innocent. Moggi discussed which referees should be assigned to upcoming Juventus matches. He indicated preferences. He pushed for certain names. Piretto listened. But Moggi was careful. He used untraceable Swiss SIM cards, 2 of them. One passed directly to Piretto, one to referee designator Roberto Bergamo, a chain designed to be invisible. The network extended to television pundits, pressured to avoid criticizing controversial Juventus decisions on air, to journalists, to federation officials, each one a node in a system designed to be invisible. The goal was never to guarantee results, it was to guarantee conditions, the right referee, in the right match, at the right moment. And then there was November in 2004. Prosecutors alleged that Moggi and CEO Antonio Giraudo physically detained referee Gianluca Paparesta after a match, in a room, alone, and berated him for not favoring Juventus, face to face, in a room. But here is what the public was never told. When investigators analyzed all the recorded calls, not just Juventus, they found Inter Milan officials doing the same thing. Inter president Giacinto Facchetti and owner Massimo Moratti were recorded having conversations with referee designators. The same type of conversations, the same kind of requests. In 2010, it emerged that Telecom Italia had been spying on football officials on behalf of Inter Milan. And then, the chief investigator's lawyer revealed something that should have changed everything. The investigator had tampered with the evidence. He removed thousands of phone calls that showed other clubs doing exactly what Juventus was accused of. The question that has haunted Italian football ever since: was Calciopoli a genuine corruption investigation? Or was it a targeted attack designed to destroy one club while protecting another? On the 4th of May 2006, the transcripts leaked to the Italian press. Italy woke up to headlines that dominated every front page, every television channel, every cafe. A special sports tribunal was assembled, not in a regular courtroom, but inside Rome's Olympic Stadium. 6 judges, 26 officials. The largest sports trial ever held in Italy. 4 clubs were charged: Juventus, AC Milan, Lazio, Fiorentina. The verdict, delivered in July 2006, was devastating. Juventus was stripped of the 2004-05 Serie A title, unassigned, erased. Their 2005-06 title was given to Inter Milan, who had not been charged. And then came the punishment that stunned the world. Juventus were relegated to Serie B, the second division, starting the season on -9 points. The most successful club in Italian history. Playing in the second division, the stars fled. Fabio Cannavaro, Gianluca Zambrotta, players who had just won the World Cup with Italy weeks earlier, now refusing to play second division football. But some stayed. Buffon, Del Piero, Nedved, they chose loyalty over money, over glory, over their careers. They went down with the ship. Moggi and Geraldo were banned from football for life. No jail time, no criminal conviction. Now, here is the part of this story that nobody can fully explain. While Calciopoli was exploding across every front page in Italy, while club executives were resigning, while prosecutors were building their case, the Italian national team was in Germany, playing in the World Cup. 8 Juventus players in that squad: Buffon, Cannavaro, Del Piero, Trezeguet, players representing a country in total chaos. The Italian press was screaming for them to be removed from the squad. The scandal was too big, the reputational damage too severe. They were not removed.
The final game.
On the 9th of July 2006, in the middle of the greatest scandal in Italian football history, Italy beat France on penalties in Berlin and lifted the World Cup. Fabio Cannavaro, weeks away from playing in Serie B, won the Ballon d'Or. Named best player in the world, Italy celebrated and mourned simultaneously. If Juventus needed corrupt referees to win Serie A, how did 8 of their players just win the World Cup without any? The 2004-05 Serie A title was never reassigned. It remains officially vacant, a ghost title, won by no one. Juventus have demanded 443 million euros. They have received nothing. And Luciano Moggi still lives in Italy, still speaks to the press, still says he did nothing wrong. Whether you believe him depends entirely on which calls you're willing to listen to.